Then to my left, I have Muni Mahendrakumar. He must be known to you, all of you, from literature and from reading. He is a scholar of very many diverse disciplines, and what I read here makes me admire. It's physics, mathematics, bioscience, and philosophy. He's also an expert in ancient history and meditation, and competent in a large number of languages, modern languages that some of us speak, but also of ancient languages, Sanskrit, Prakrit, and Pali. All this in this head. He is author of more than 60 books and the honorary professor at Jain Vishva Bharati University. And all these different activities earned him the epithet of a human computer. He graduated from the University of Bombay in 1957, then he was initiated as a Jain monk in 1957, and then he must have traveled more than 10,000 miles barefoot through India. Unimaginable for somebody who is always driving around with cars. And of course, as you would imagine, he made very significant contributions to research in Jain canonical literature, and we are very much looking forward to your contribution.
I bow my head to the adorable ones, Namo Arahantanam. His Holiness Dalai Lamaji, all the participants and discussions on the stage here, and all the dignitaries, scientists, philosophers, and the spiritual leaders before us. My subject is the scientific study of the effect of Jain contemplative practices, which I will denote as JCP, on human biology and behavior. First of all, let us have the background in two aspects. First is the historical and traditional background. There are some archaeological evidence which show that the Jain contemplative practices date back to Lord Rishabh, the first Tirthankara, while Lord Mahavira was contemporary of Buddha, 599 to 527 BC, is believed to be the propounder of the prevalent Jain contemplative practices. Acharya Mahaprajna, who developed this Preksha meditation system after a thorough research in the Agams, the most ancient available canonical literature of the Jains. Acharya Mahaprajna, at the age of 90, had just passed away this year on 9th of the May. So we have lost a very great scholar and a sadhak, a spiritual practitioner, just 4 months ago. The other background is the metaphysical base. In Jain metaphysics, every living organism, which we call as jiva, consists of two entities. One is the soul and other is the body. Body is again of three types. One is the subtlemost, which is called as karma body. Other is subtle, which is called tejas body, or we can translate it as an electromagnetic body. And the third is the gross physical body, which is before us. Actually, there is a hierarchy of how the soul and the physical gross body will work. There is a steps by step which we will see later on, how the message from soul, which is the seat of consciousness, it delivers all its message of knowledge and action to the gross body, and through the gross body we have all the behavior before us. The tejas body, which is a link between the karma, that is subtle body, subtlemost body, and the gross physical body. Karma is a very common word, terminology to all philosophies, most of them of India, But they have there is difference in the significance. Karma in Jainology, in Jain philosophy, is very special type of material particles or energy which get bound with the soul, and this bondage of karma is the cause of reincarnation. Unless a soul becomes free from all bondage of karma, it cannot attain the free state or emancipation. The Preksha systematic practice of Preksha meditation is proved to bring about the change in attitudes and behavior, and ultimately it can lead a soul to final liberation or emancipation. Now let us see what is Preksha meditation system as it was developed by Acharya Mahaprajna by thorough research in which he had consulted more than 100 books on ancient yoga system of Jaina. And they correlated them with the modern scientific aspects of neuroscience, etc. And this system, which is in practice now, I shall just describe to you. There are 7 steps. The first step comprises precondition, which is sine qua non. It requires a secluded place, of course, and a proper body posture and a proper hand posture. Then steadiness of the body is practiced, because steadiness of mind is not possible without actually attaining complete steadiness of the body. So that is called Kaya Gupti. Kaya Gupti is again a sine qua non for all meditation. And another very major precondition is inner silence. We can attain inner silence only by relaxing the vocal cords. So that practice is required, and when this practice is achieved, one becomes completely having inner silence. These are the preconditions. In the second step, we recite a mantra. Sometimes the mantra is in form of some syllable. Arham is a very special Jain mantra, very ancient Jain mantra, Arham. Also we recite Om. Om is also considered to be a Jain mantra from the point of view that the 5 obeisance paid, the tributes paid to the highest souls. There are Namo Arhantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Airyanam, Namo Vajjayanam, Namo Loe Sabbhasavanam. That is included in Om. So Om is also accepted as a Jain mantra in Jain tradition. And there may be no syllable. We only recite what is called a nasal sound, which we do in Brahmari Pranayam, that is producing the sound like humming bee for a long time, and it will create a protective shield of sound energy which will protect a meditation practitioner from the external effects. The third is the aim and the resolve. Aim, that is the Preksha Sutra. The Sutra is given in ancient scriptures. It says, see yourself through yourself. Sampikhaye appaga mappayenam. That is, the soul is to be perceived by the soul. The seer is the soul, the seen is the soul. And then we have the resolve. Every practitioner first make a resolve. I practice meditation for purification of my chitta, that is psyche. Then we move to the fourth step, which is called as Kayotsarga, that is relaxation with self-awareness. In this, we try to attain complete relaxation of each and every part, each and every muscle, each and every nerve of the body through autosuggestion, by concentration of mind on each part, and try to attain complete relaxed condition. After measurement through the equipments like electroencephalograph, it is found a good practitioner of Kayotsarga can produce at once the alpha waves in his brain. And the next step is, the fifth step, is the practice of internal journey, which we call as Antar Yatra. This internal journey starts from the lower end of the spinal cord, which is called as Shakti Kendra, and the chitta is taken to the upper part of the brain, and in this way the prana energy from the center of energy goes upwards to the center of knowledge situated in the brain, and it gives energy, it energizes all these psychic centers which are situated in the spinal cord and the brain. In the sixth step, we practice actual meditation, Preksha meditation. The word Preksha is very familiar word. Preksha means to see, to perceive. When a person sits as a Prekshak, he is called Prekshak. When he sees everything, he is called Prekshak or Drashta. So Preksha is a very familiar word, see. But here seeing or perception means inner perception. The seer, that is the soul or the consciousness, try to perceive itself. The various aspects of soul are to be perceived through concentration of our chitta on perception of various phenomena. The first perception is that of breathing, which we call it Swasa Preksha. Swasa Preksha has two alternatives. Either you may perceive your prolonged conscious breathing. You have to breathe with a long duration and you have to perceive consciously your breathing, or the breathing through alternate nostrils. You breathe through one and you inhale through one and exhale through the other, and vice versa. The other object of perception may be perception of body, in which subtle vibrations of prana, that is vital energy, they are to be perceived throughout the body from the toe up to the head by concentrating the mind on each part, and after a certain practice we start getting vibrations, subtle vibrations of the prana in each and every part. The third mode is the perception of psychic centers. These are the Chaitanya Kendras. They are similar, or they can be correlated with the chakras concept in the yoga system. Chakra concept in yoga system and Chaitanya Kendra, which is a very old ancient term in Jain scriptures. It is also called as Karana. Karana and Chaitanya Kendra are ancient terms which we have, and now we call them as psychic centers. As a matter of fact, there are hundreds and hundreds of psychic centers, but we have identified very prominent, eminent centers. Out of them, the 13 centers are given in the photo: center of knowledge, each by its center, and up to the center of energy. And next, we have the perception of the psychic colors, that is Lesha. Lesha is a very ancient concept of psychic color. It is believed that each organism has a kind of Lesha psychic color, and the psychic color has the effect on human emotion and behavior. So we call it Lesha Dhyan. Then we have the last perception, that is perception of thoughts. A person just perceives the thoughts which occurs in the mind, and a situation comes when the train of thoughts completely ceases and it becomes completely thoughtless. Nirvikal he can become. And these are the sixth step, that is Preksha meditation. And the seventh step, which is also very important, is the step which we call as Anupreksha, contemplation and auto-suggestion. It is Anupreksha and Bhavana, in which a person has to concentrate fully on one of the psychic center with one of the psychic color, and then repeat the suggestion which he wants to inculcate. It may be relating to the truth. Suppose I want to cultivate the idea, the notion of transitoriness, anitya anupreksha. I want to have this conviction in my mind that everything is transitory, nothing is permanent. So I will have anitya anupreksha, going on repeating the same theme with concentrated mind, relaxed condition, deep breathing, and in this way this is inculcated in my subconscious mind. In the same way, when I want to achieve any positive attitude, say for example compassion or fearlessness, then I have to do the anupreksha of karuna bhavana or abhay anupreksha. In this way, there are so many anuprekshas described in scriptures, as well as new anuprekshas are also discovered by experience, and that is practiced. So in this way, these are the main steps of Preksha meditation. Then there are certain auxiliary exercises in which yoga, yogic exercises, breathing exercises, pranayama, recitation of mantra, mudra, etc. They are also practiced to assist the Preksha meditation. Now let us see the process of self-transmutation by reversing the vicious circle of karmic bondage. It is believed that the universe is without beginning, without end. The existence of soul and karma, bound karma, it is also in the same way anadi, anand. Anadi, there is no beginning. Now by practice of meditation, we can bring about the end to the bondage of soul and karma, and this is the process how we do it. In this process, just first we see how karmic bondage is a vicious circle. The karmic bondage results in karmic fusion. Any karmic bondage which is incurred in any time, in any life, any time in this life or in past life, when it gives its fruition, it becomes fructified, then it gives rise to subtle karmic expressions, the primal drives, which are called as adhyavasaya. They give message of attachment and aversion to the link body, Tejas Sarir. Now, link body is the link between karma body and gross physical body. So, the reason of karmic fusion will either create the attachment or it will create aversion, and this message will be given to the link body, which will, with the help of the psychic color, lesha, affect the psyche, that is the chitta, that is the state of consciousness, which is subtler than mind. We have distinction in Jain terminology between chitta and mana. Chitta is different from mana. Chitta is a part of consciousness, man is a material equipment utilized for thinking, etc. through brain. Now with the help of the psychic color vibration, that is lesha, which affect the psyche and which give rise to the urges and impulses, which is called as bhava. This is the next stage, bhava. Bhava is created in the form of urges and impulses, and now the bhava with the help of prana, that is vital energy, result in the arousal of destructive emotions, which may be in the form of patience, that is called kashaya, or no kashaya, or kozai patience, that is no kashaya. Kashaya are anger, conceit, deceit and greed, and kozai patience are fear, sexuality, etc. The prana that flows in the breath also has a prana, it is called swasoswasha prana, is affected, which is made faster and shallower. Whenever there is arousal of such destructive emotions, automatically the breathing is faster and shallower, and the prana qua breath communicates with the prana qua mind, speech and body through central nervous system, resulting in vitiation of the conduct and behavior, and the whole process culminates in attracting new karma. Then new influx of karma results in new bondage, and the vicious cycle is again repeated. This is the whole vicious circle, how it works. Now we see how through meditation we reverse it. First of all, when we meditate, subsidence cum elimination, that is one state of karma, it occurs, it replaces karmic fruition. Instead of giving the fruit, the karma, it is either subsided, or it is eliminated, or it is partly subsided and partly eliminated. It is called as kshayopashama, either kshaya or upashama, or both kshayopashama. That purifies the adhyavasaya. It gave message now of equanimity instead of attachment or aversion. Then there is benevolent lesya, the psychic color changes. Then there is purification of chitta. Then there is purification of bhava. Then prana inhibits the kashaya and no kashaya, patience and cozy patience, and stimulates positive emotion instead of destructive emotion. In this way, the breathing becomes slower, longer and deeper, and the activities of mind, speech and body, that is motor activities, all become positive, and thus facilitating deeper practice of Preksha meditation, and thus the whole vicious circle is reversed, and in this way a person becomes more and more pure, and ultimately it can gain the ultimate goal, that is nirvana or moksha. Now I want to give you certain practical empirical studies made on this system. These are the some stories are there. First of all, we have applied this Preksha meditation system in education. More than 10,000 schools we have selected from all over India with the help of government also and non-government school, in which we have carried on this Preksha meditation, and we have given the name Science of Living. A complete syllabus is made, and we have found that very effective in the field of education. There are ample empirical evidence involving measurement through EEG, EMG, ECG, etc., which show that overall development of the emotional, mental and physical health of the students has considerably been enhanced through Science of Living, which is application of Preksha meditation in education. I want to suggest here that all these things which we are doing now, we are thinking about the contemplative practices, etc. If we can do one thing, we can bring in education the regular course curriculum of some kind of contemplative practices, which can bring about overall cultivation of positive behavior and emotion in students from the very beginning. We can change the map of the world. This is what we should do together. After proper scientific investigation, we can give this to the education system, and if the global education system accepts that this is the way how education can become more fruitful. Education does not mean only the provision of livelihood or career. It must give a student how to live a life as a human being in his individual life, in his social life, in his family life, and that can be inculcated through proper curriculum of contemplation in education. Another application is under the supervision of expert physicians. Perfect scientific experiments have been performed which have proved that Preksha meditation system can be used as an alternative therapy. The most successful application is in the reversal of coronary heart disease. Dr. S.C. Manchanda, who is present here, under his supervision, he was formerly the head of the department in All India Medical Institute. Under his supervision, more than 20,000 patients, after thorough investigation, they have been implemented this system, and the coronary heart disease that is reversed. Yes. So in this way, so many applications we can find in the field of drug addiction. Thousands and thousands of people, they have given up drugs, and immunity is increased in cancer, in AIDS, that is found, and subjective change also has been made, and there is the application of this system in sociological fields to juvenile delinquencies in jails, prisoners, and etc., and also to address this problem of Naxalite nowadays. We have chosen some areas in Jharkhand and Bihar and give their training in non-violence to people who have nothing, no money, they are so poor. They are given also self-employment, treatment techniques and this kind of techniques, and we are trying to bring about a non-violent socio-economic change there. Now what we expect from the scientists, a systematic research design should be suggested so that multidisciplinary investigation can be undertaken in the field of education, health, psychology, sociology, socio-economics. I think that this conference, if can give this inspiration to our Indian scientists and other scientists who are here to make a systematic plan to implement these contemplative practices in practical life and just change the whole scenario through this. I think this will be the greatest contribution of our ancient traditions of contemplation and meditation, and through which we can bring about, we can make a new world order which will be full of compassion, love, amity. There will be no more violence, no more possessiveness, no more greed. That dream we have to make materialize and convert it into reality, and with the help of people like His Holiness Dalai Lama and all of you, I think this dream will come true one day on this globe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Muni-ji, for this wonderful synthesis of a scientific analysis of a practice. These flow diagrams really look like a scientific piece. And the ethical implications of these practices, something that science cannot do. From science we have never inferred any ethical rules so far. They must come from somewhere else. Now, before I hand on the words to Shirley for the next presentation, His Holiness, would you have any comments? Is there anything that Buddhism sees differently?
코 6도 써야 돼. 다음에 14거에 한 면자도 물어봐.
The cycle in which karma kind of, conditions the whole kind of...
No, ultimately, mind or chit creates karma. Karma creates sort of certain sort of the result. So that's the way...
The cycle.
The cycle.
Exactly. Same.
So in order to achieve, moksha means cessation of these processes.
No.
So ultimately, we have to take care about our mind.
Exactly.
Same thing. So basically, it's the same.
Same thing.
Same. But then, of course, again, it's more
detailed level.
Then, of course, there are differences. Now, I very much impressed your presentation, on the level of individual sort of the body and mind element, and how to purify, that apply to the society,
Yes.
and to build healthy world. So that's very good.
That we have to do, all of us.
Whether other people follow or not, that's a different question. But your presentation is very good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
I think it's wonderful to see these convergences happening here. Every time we meet with a different discipline, this is what
May I
happens.
interpret? Just nearly 54 years before, in 1956, our Guru, Acharya Tulsi, met His Holiness Dalai Lama at Rashtrapati Bhavan, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. He introduced Dalai Lama to Acharya Tulsi, our Holiness Guru, and that was the first meeting between Jain tradition and Dalai Lama, and that is now going on since 54 years. Many times he has visited our university, a very remote place in Ladnun, and all the time we have been together in organizing many activities. Thank you.